short game video. You guys have asked for it, you keep asking for it, I keep talking about it, so here it is. I'm gonna break it up and I think I'm just gonna hit kind of the most common shots. So first I'm gonna talk about bump and run, then we'll do a little pitch shot, bunker shot, a little flop shot, really anything that I can think of that I hit all the time, we'll talk about it. You think a bump and run would be the easiest shot. And I actually struggle with bump and runs more than any other shot. I love a flop shot, I love a bunker shot, I love a shot where you have to really think about it. You're throwing your hands, you're putting loft on it. And a bump and run is almost so simple and so easy that you don't think about it, then you overthink it, and then you get confused and you're like, what club do I hit? What do I do? What do I do here? So this one's all short game is all about feel. So whatever you feel most confident doing and hitting, hit that club. There is no right or wrong way when it comes to short game. So you can putt it if you feel most confident. You can hit a driver, you can hit a 60-degree wedge. You just need to feel confident when you're over it and relax. So the biggest thing that I see when I play with people who struggle with their short game is they are so tense, and you see them here and they're just like this, or they're super fast, or they're throwing and looking up, and they just they're not committed to the shot that they're hitting. So the first and most important thing is to commit to your shot. Commit to it. So for the bump and run, this will kind of, the club that you use or that you feel most comfortable with will depend on a ton of different factors. So it will depend on how the grass is, the lie you have below or above your feet. As you can see, it's very firm right here. I am at Tiger Jam Shadow Creek, so it's an amazing golf course in really good condition, which means that the ground is going to be very firm, the greens are going to be firm, they're going to be fast, and the grass is cut like this. So because of those reasons, I will probably not grab the club that I would normally grab. So everything will affect the shot and the club that you grab, but the best way to test all of this out is on the practice facilities before you go. So say that your 7-iron is the shot you always hit at your home course, you go to a different golf course and it's a little bit faster, the greens are firm, so you might hit a 9-iron, but it'll still be the same technique. So the technique I show you right now for this will work with every single club in your bag. I guarantee it. Well, at least it does for me. So you might have other problems that I can't help right now. But this technique works for me with every single club, and I do not have to change it because it is so simple. I try to make a bump and run as simple as possible. I put it middle of my stance. I think it's middle. It looks middle from here. I try to keep the triangle, and I just turn my shoulders. That is all that I do. I love to use my hands, and when I do a bunker shot, I flip my hands, flop shot, I use my hands a lot, but a bump and run is not the place that you use your hands, at least for me. So all I'm gonna do is just turn back and turn through and make sure my head does not lift before I hit the ball. So I see a lot of people come here and then they want to see where it goes, so they go like this, and then they're gonna blade it or they're gonna chunk it. You want to stay committed to the shot. If you look up, you're gonna see a bad shot, so don't look up. Okay, simple and easy. As you can see, I didn't really do much. I just kind of rocked my shoulders back, turned them through, and it's simple. You just want to make it easy, especially if you have a higher handicap. You might even want to putt it. The best thing to do is make sure that you get it on the green. You don't want to chip twice. So even your circle might be 10 feet, but then you have a 10-footer for par. Like, you can save that. You want to make sure you have it on the green. So don't try to do anything too crazy, or don't try to pull off the shot that you've never tried before. Do something that's simple and easy and you know that it's probably gonna work more than not. The most important thing is just keeping the triangle, rocking your shoulders. Same thing, just watch. Simple and easy, basic bump and run. Don't try to overthink it. Look at the lie, how firm and fast the greens are, kind of where you want to land it. You'll practice that over at the short game area first so you can kind of see what club is best. Then when you're out on the golf course, make it easy, commit to the shot, don't look up, keep the triangle, put the ball in the center, rock your shoulders, and that's all you have to do. So you're probably like, Paige, that's too difficult. I don't like that shot. Didn't work for me. So I have another variation that you might like, or you can use the shot really anywhere that you want. It's called the putt chip. So basically, use your putting stance, your putting grip, and your putting stroke with an iron of your choice, and it makes it a little bit easier. So if you still have a little bit of the yips, or you don't like that feeling, or it's a little bit too hard to control, all you do, putting stance, putting grip, turn through. It's so simple. You don't have to do anything different at all. All you have to do, like I said, it's called the putt chip. Probably the easiest shot that you can even try or do. Putting stance, putting grip, rock the shoulders, and just hit it. That's it. So that's another way that you can do a basic bump and run if you don't feel comfortable with the technique that I showed earlier. This is a great variation of it, and I think you would really enjoy it. Shot number 2 in the Paige short game clinic? No, I don't like clinic. What should we call it? The Paige short game. I don't know. We'll think of something later. But second shot. So we talked about the bump and run. I personally, I hate bump and runs. I really do. I like a hard shot. I like a shot where I can put some loft on it. I can spin it. That's just really fun for me, and I practice them all the time. But a lot of people seem to struggle with them, especially if you short side yourself or in your spot where you're like, oh crap, I missed big time, and this is dead. This is a dead spot. It's not a dead spot. You have a good positive outlook when you hit a bad shot. So first you're thinking, I messed up. I'm in the rough. I don't have much room to work with. It is straight downhill. These greens are fast. There's water over there. Like you're just thinking of everything. First thing you need to think about when it's a hard shot, that maybe you're not going to hit it within a foot or two. Maybe the best shot you can hit is 10 feet, accept it, move on, make the putt, and go to the next hole. But you want to make sure that you're on the green. You do not want to leave your ball here and then have to hit that shot again. So if it's a really difficult shot, you're not too sure about it, make sure you get it on the green. Most important thing, you get it on the green. You do not want to hit two chip shots. For this shot, I love this shot. I love this shot so much because it's actually really easy once you kind of know what you're doing and you hit enough of them. I like to open up my club, have a wide stance. You can see that it's kind of sloping down this way, so I'm going to put my weight a little bit more forward. I'm going to turn back slightly, but the weight's going to still be on my front foot. And then I'm just going to throw the hands. I'm going to relax and just relax my hands down and throw them. I'm not going to force it. I'm literally just going to let the weight of the head do all of the work here, and I'm not going to try to do anything too special. You have the loft, you have it open, you turn in your hands, you're putting more loft on it by throwing your hands at the ball. I have a 56, you can use a 60, you can use a 56, 58, really it's up to you. I like a 56 just because I can control it a little bit more. If I have too much loft, then I have to work a little bit harder. I don't have to work that hard here to get it farther. I can just relax into it. So, as you can see, I put 0 effort into that. You need to relax into these shots and not, well, I'm also putting it in a kind of a good lie, but it's okay. So, nice and easy. You just throw the head down. Watch as soon as my ball hits the green, you'll see the backspin, and when it hits, it definitely slows down. It's doing that because I am putting so much spin on it, because I'm opening the club and throwing my hands. Do you see that? So it might be a scary shot at first because you're like, I'm short-sighted, I messed up, you're probably still a little bit mad, you're tense, but it's actually a really simple, easy shot. If you just relax into it, let the club do the work, and that's it. It's really super simple. Don't try to make it too difficult. Don't try to, add so much loft and do all that. You don't need to do all of that. Just a little bit of loft, wide stance, weight forward, turn back, kind of throw the hands starting about here, drop it, and it's not even a big follow through, it's just you drop into it, just kind of turn, that's it. That is seriously all you need to do. That is it. That's how you hit kind of that easy, basic shot. I don't really know what to call it. I don't know what to call this shot. I guess just the short-sighted, downhill, whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. But just any shot that you feel like you need to get some loft on it, get some spin on it, need to stop it fast, this is the technique that you'll want to do. It's time to flop it like it's hot. Okay, but seriously, we're gonna talk about the flop shot. I'm talking about the flop shot now because it's kind of a variation of shot number 2. It's kind of the same technique. Also, if you watch my first video, if not, go watch it and then you can come back. But if you watch my first video, I talked about the bunker shot. The bunker shot and the flop shot are basically the exact same shot. You do the exact same thing. It's really simple. I feel like people are like, oh, the bunker shot's so different, and then a bump and run is so different, and this is so different, everything's so different, and they get overwhelmed because they're like, there's so many different ways to hit this shot, except for really the bump and run. All of the shots I hit around the green, especially in the rough, all the same. All kind of using your hands, kind of sending your weight forward. So, flop shot. It's not that hard or that scary. Everyone's always so scared of the flop shot. I love it. It's not that hard. Same idea with the shot I just talked about and also the bunker shot. Open the club. Wide stance. When I say a wide stance, I'm literally saying wide. Get as wide as you can. Obviously, don't be annoying and be like that, Paige. No, like a good wide stance. You do this because you can bring the handle back and it adds, it's just easier to hit that way. So, wide stance, set the weight forward, you turn, weight is on the front foot. If you go back, then you're gonna bottom out here, but if you keep the weight forward and just turn around, your center is always right at the ball, and that's why it's easy to keep the handle where it is, and just throw it, and it adds loft. Wide stance, weight forward, club open, turn back, keep it pretty close, you don't want a lot of extension here. Turn in, release the hands, throw it, let the club do the work, relax into it. Do not try to hit this hard. You can if you really want a lot of loft and a lot of spin, but you really never need that much loft or that much spin. is you can see that I'm really not putting any effort at all into this shot, yet I'm putting so much spin on it because it's open and I'm throwing my hands. So, don't be scared of the flop shot. Embrace it, love it, use it. Relax. That's the most important thing, and seriously just relax into the shot. Let the club do the work. I'm so relaxed when I hit it after that when I'm turning, I just kind of let the hands go here. If I'm forcing it, the hands are going to fly out, the handle's going to move. You really just drop it in. I could finish one-handed. That's how much that almost doesn't even matter because all the work you're doing is right here. It doesn't really matter at all what you're doing pretty much after it. So, that's the flop shot. Basically, like the last shot, anytime you want to put some loft on it, anytime you want to get some spin, pretty much the same technique that I use all the time. Just depends on how far you want it to go. Obviously, when you're doing a short shot, the shot I just showed you, it's pretty much the exact same shot, except this one is bigger because I want to have it go a little bit farther. So for a baby flop, still the same thing. Take it back a little shorter, bigger, make it go farther. What do? You take it back farther. Same thing. If you want to hit the flop shot, don't want as much spin, less loft, more spin, more loft. It really is the same technique, but you just condense it or make it longer depending on what the shot is. But it's still the same shot. So, flop shot. Hope that helps. It's my favorite shot. I hit it all the time. It is the easiest shot for me, and I hope you guys liked this video and you liked all the shots that I showed you. I'll do more of these, more shots that I can think of. Talk about what you want in the comments. Subscribe to my channel. Someone told me that that's a pro move to say that. I thought you guys would just want to do it because you like what I'm talking about, but I think I'll say it anyways just because that's what everyone on YouTube does, and I'm now on YouTube. So do that. Hope you like the video, and I'll be doing more of these, and this is just the first one of probably an endless series of shots that I can think of.